Hey, welcome to the Luxury Report. I am Marissa Davari. Today it's my pleasure to introduce you to Michael Jobs, who is the senior wine educator here at the Hess Collection. Welcome, welcome. And we just tasted some fabulous wines, and you'll find them in your fine wine stores and even in some upper echelon supermarkets. So Hess Chardonnay is one of the best known Chardonnays, did you say, from the line?
It, it's found in most places around the United States, yeah.
Great, but what I want to talk to you about today is the Hess Collection is a beautiful art exhibition as well as a winery. And when people come to the Napa Valley from all corners of the world, how would you suggest they budget their time here? I mean, what is the appropriate amount of time to see the art, to have a tasting? How many hours?
I really believe when I go out tasting that 90 minutes is about the right amount of time for me to take in what I want to take in, to try the wines without being rushed, to relax with it, and be able to get enough experience to make an opinion or have something to say about what it is that I tried.
So there are a range of tastings available. First of all, everybody can come here and just see the art. That is totally free. They could also buy a bottle of wine and maybe bring a picnic, or that's not allowed?
We do not have a license to pick.
Okay. Can they buy any food here?
We don't have a restaurant license, so we're not allowed to do walk-in.
But they could,
Food by reservation.
right, food by reservation. So they could buy a bottle of wine, have some nice, beautiful glasses, relax by the waterfall or the fountain,
Enjoy the garden. Yeah.
enjoy the garden, and that's a fabulous experience. And then for $20, is it? They could have a tasting?
Tasting's 25.
25, okay.
And it's basically your choice of 4 wines. We have I think the list right now has 10 different wines on it. There's usually some things secret and special that we can pull off
Nice.
the counter, but a good range of things, and some things that you don't see very often. So some things that are kind of special.
Now you kind of tease me with this chocolate pairing. Can you describe what that is?
We decided a few years ago we wanted to do a chocolate pairing. We're starting to see them around the valley. And so our chef went to work with the winemakers, trying to figure out if we were going to make chocolate, how could we use our chocolate experience to showcase the wines. We're not here to showcase food, we sell wine. So we joke that things are not a chocolate and wine pairing, it's a wine and chocolate pairing because the wine comes first. So they sat down with the chefs to figure out with any red wine that we're going to show off in the tasting, what flavors would we want to really profile in that wine to make it, to enhance it. And so they took those flavors, and the difficult part was turning them into chocolate. So we make these truffles from scratch, about 20 or 30 at a time. They're all very, very handmade. And we do 4 wines and 4 truffles. The host will walk you through how chocolate is made and help you kind of get your head around the whole experience. And we've had a really great response with it. People have enjoyed it a lot. We get that all the time, that people say, oh, wine and chocolate is easy. Wine and chocolate is not easy. You can make the wine bitter and show up some very negative things if you're not careful with how you pair it. So
And what are the other, there's a cheese pairing too.
we do a cheese pairing. Cheese pairings are very nice. I always tell people cheese is wonderful because it's a very intense flavor that pairs well with wine that you don't have to know anything to do. You don't have to know how to cook. You just have to be able to cut it up and put it on a plate. And we do mostly local cheeses from here in Northern California. There's a few things we get from a little farther afield. Some of them are very, very small, and we can only access them per parts of the year, and then you have to find something new to pair. But the cheese pairings we've been doing for quite a few years, and they've been very well received as well.
Now, before we move on to the lunches, talk about the big events. Like, I really want to go to the lobster event. What is that like?
The lobster feed is a big event we do out in the garden every year, and they do it a lot like an old seafood boil where they line the tables up and throw the lobster down the middle of the table. And the members and other guests have really enjoyed it. We get a lot of repeat customers for that event, that once they've done it, they want to do it again. And it's become one of the big events of the summer that we get to do outside in the garden under the trellis in the garden.
So is it 1 lobster per person or more?
I am not totally sure. I've never gone myself. I don't get to go to those. So, but we have never had any complaints about the quantity of food we serve. So I think we do pretty well.
And the Chardonnay is served with that?
We probably do Chardonnay. We probably do Albarino. serve with anything that came out of the ocean. And yeah, there's probably a little red wine involved too, I would bet.
Nice, nice. And the last thing I want to ask you about is the luncheons and there's a dinner too, right? What is?
Dinners are mostly events that are organized,
Okay.
where you've got to have a group and set it up, so they're a little more expensive. But we do a lot of corporate events here as well.
Mm-hmm.
The lunches we started doing a few years ago. For a long time, we've done lunches with industry folks, distributors, wine buyers from restaurants, and people always said, "Why don't we do these with the public?" And we thought that it was too expensive and no one would want to do it. So a few years ago, we put it on the website and thought, let's see what happens. And we got like 6 reservations in one day.
Oh my
So,
gosh!
it happened very quickly, and we put together a number of different tours to go along with the lunch. So it's not just a lunch; it's a tour and lunch. We started out doing walking vineyard tours, where we would
Okay.
walk a couple miles out into the vineyard and back. And the one request we got from a lot of folks is we had folks that were either older or weren't in shape to go walking 2 miles out into the vineyard.
Yeah.
Was could we drive it? And so last year we bought a 6-person all-terrain vehicle, which we can drive people out into the corners of the property with. We get to see some amazing views. It's a lot of fun, and we drive back in and arrive at the dining room just in time for hors d'oeuvres on the deck and a beautiful 3-course lunch.
Oh, that sounds fabulous. That's $185,
I think it's 185. Yeah.
and it includes everything, the tour.
Yes, includes a tour and the lunch and everything else. Yeah.
Wow, that
It's
sounds
a
like
wonderful experience.
a great. Yeah, it sounds great. And how many wines are served?
We do a wine in the vineyard usually, and then we come back and do a wine with hors d'oeuvres, and then 3 with the meal.
So 2 people could have the lunch or more.
We have been doing a lot of small ones, 2s, 3s, 4s. We can do them larger. I've done lunches for up to 20 people, so we can't put 20 people on the ATV. That's going to be a different thing.
Yeah.
When it's raining out, we can't do the ATV, so we also do more intensive tours with the winery, where we do a talk about the history of the winery and how wine is produced, and then into art from there, and do a complete guided art tour as well. So
Wow. So I'm already interested in that for my next visit.
it's really about the customer and what they want. If they want to do nothing but art, we'll do nothing but art. If they want to hear about how wine is made, whatever they want to do, we can do. So
Is a month in advance enough time to book that?
easily, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you
Okay.
can find them online, hesscollection.com. You can call us on the phone. We'd be more than happy to walk you through the whole thing.
Well, great. Thank you so much, Michael.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in.